breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal. It's the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it, but here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
On fourth down, Herbert. Caught on the slant. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now it's Stafford. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But for this squad, I think these guys...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, Stafford here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Stafford looks to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They push it back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've got well up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. The 40. Past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator. The blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I'm starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there. Turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's McCoy. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Rumph. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Now Ryan Succop will come on and try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Succop's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hand.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing again at Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get this down to the 10. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devon Godshaw getting in there and dropping it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Here's Stafford, escaping the pressure right, and his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal or Stafford now to throw. This one left side, caught by Collins. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Stafford. Flush to his right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Again, it's Stafford. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Stafford. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Play action. Stafford rolling to his left. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to the right or the left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get forced by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 on a Charger TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Moore, the man in motion. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say, lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Stafford on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He looked located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They'll roll him out right. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. On the move to his left. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tylan Wallace from 8 yards out. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the point. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And he loses the football the second time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already. So he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams might be moving closer to an elusive second win of the year as they extend that fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Moore, the man in motion. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them
On third down, here's a run by Akers. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Succup's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So the LA Rams with a victory here, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the